right, man. Richard, how you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. Feeling great and grateful. God been good, man. Just really just trying to scale and build this business, man.
Already, man. So just getting started, can you tell the supporters where you from exactly?
So I'm from Houston, Texas, originally 3900 block, Horn Clark, Texas. Y'all know what it is, representing.
Already. So you say born and raised your whole life out here in Houston?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what was it like growing up in Houston?
Man, growing up in a predominantly black and Hispanic neighborhood, it was kind of rough growing up. It's a lot of gang violence and growing up with a lot of people getting killed, things like that. So for me, it was really all about not becoming a product of my environment. So I tried really hard to separate myself by maintaining good grades, staying in football, being able to obtain a 4-hour scholarship in Kentucky. It's been good, man. So just really just trying to, be different. I'm the oldest of 4. So, I always try to set that standard and that have that role model mentality. So it's been good, man.
Most definitely. So would you say it was hard coming up as far as academics wise?
I wouldn't say it was hard for a lot of people in schools, for sure. I went to Darling Middle School, so during that time, a lot of people they was really focused on fighting.
Yeah.
They weren't really worried about trying to get their education. So it was really just trying to be hard. Everybody sagging, we slap boxing, having fun in the restroom, so you really just have to make a decision. Either you're going to go on the left side or right side, right? So some people get seen as, weak or cowardly whenever you're doing things that's right. So, when it comes to academics, man, I always took that seriously, and I always made my best effort to make straight A's.
For sure. So speaking of academics, what school did you go to?
So in middle school, I went to Dowling High School. I went to Hightower High School with my boy TreMarkelTV.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we went to Hightower, man, and Hightower really changed my life. We moved from Horn Clark to Fort Bend, right in Fresno, Texas, and ever since then, a lot of things been up. So really just focusing on sports. Really doing good in the classroom, and Hightower really was like the stepping stone and foundation of what greatness started.
For sure. So what would you say is the big difference between Hightower and then the other school that you went to?
So really, HISD and Fort Bend. So the biggest difference is really the importance of, education in itself. The attentive attitude that a lot of the teachers took compared to teachers who was in HISD. A lot of teachers who was in Fort Bend, they really took the time out to really understand the kids, try to see if they really needed help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying teachers in HISD didn't do it, but at a certain time, when people fighting all the time, they get frustrated, they get tired. They like, they like, man, I can't really do this no more, or they get frustrated with the kid and they really just stop caring in a sense because, they only can do so much before they really get fed up. They gotta focus on the kids in the classroom. But at Fort Bend, at Hightower, a lot of teachers, they really put forth their best effort. I'll never forget Miss Tay Smith. Man, she probably was one of the most strict teachers, but she made sure that she prepared every student right for college. She wanted to make sure that you understood grammar, you understood how to speak, being articulate and knowing how to articulate a conversation, knowing how to hold a conversation, eye contact, things like that. That's something I was able to develop, being in Fort Bend and Hightower compared to Dollar.
Okay. So, speaking of college, exactly, what school or what college did you attend?
So I had a lot of offers, man, whenever I was playing football at Hightower, but I attended Kentucky Christian University. And here, man, is when everything just really went up. Everything just started going crazy because, when I went to college now, I'm like, okay, now I done broke the barrier of passing through, the standard stereotypical black man, right, of dying at the age 17, 18, getting killed by another African American, or getting killed by police with police brutality, right? Now I'm in high school. I done got my degree, right? I graduated in the top 10, so I'm handling business now. I'm stepping on another milestone. I'm in college now, and really just having fun. I'm out there, 17 hours away from the crib, so I have to really hold myself accountable, be responsible, and change a lot of things. A lot of things that I probably could do, as a kid I couldn't do no more. So really just focusing on football out there, man, and trying to build my networking, build my connections, and just grow with people. And a lot of friendships from college, they still stand today, and I'm excited, brother.
For sure, man. So why did you stop playing football?
So it really wasn't no significant reason. Whenever COVID came around, everything kind of slowed down. So we was actually forced to get sent home, right? So whenever that happened, my entrepreneurship type mindset was already established, but it really kicked in during this time. I came home to Houston. I had an internship at the Fort Bend District Attorney Office because I wanted to pursue my career as an attorney, right? So when I came home, I started doing that, and I also started getting into investing. I started putting a lot of my money into cryptocurrency, and on top of that, my mom's a realtor, but she has a nonprofit organization that deals with domestic violence and abuse. So I was helping out my mom a lot with her work, and I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Why should I, try to keep harming my body? Why should I keep doing this? I'm not saying that football isn't life, because I love football, you know what I'm saying? But I value the impact over people, instead of me just trying to prove something to myself and try to keep pushing forward, hurting my own brain, hurting my body, trying to get to the league. So I just really wanted to go back to the crib and help people globally, internationally, and that's what I've been doing since day one.
Okay. And you said that you had a lot of offers. So can you talk about what schools actually offered you coming out of high school?
Yeah, man. So I had I had Kentucky Christian, Kentucky State. Here in Texas, I had Texas Southern, HBU, Adrian College. I had Lamar, Manchester University. I had many schools, man. And I was gonna try to walk on at U of H. I got the opportunity to do that, but I just chose to go to Kentucky, man, because for me, I was like, okay, cool. It's wonderful to stay home and do things like that, but for me, I was like, I need to go ahead and venture off and take that different route. I want to go see a different culture, what the world is like outside of Texas. So I did that, I took that leap of faith, and everything been good for me since then. So, for the athletes out there, man, listen, y'all stay focused and continue to do what y'all doing. Don't let nobody belittle you or say what you can't do. I played football in high school 1 year, right? I took the opportunity and I took advantage of it. And guess what? I'm booming now. So, y'all make sure y'all doing what y'all got to do. The people who in college, the money that y'all getting from those stipend checks, save up your money, invest your money.
Investments, man. That's really the biggest thing right there. And talking about investments, what got you into investing, and how long have you been investing actively?
Man, so I actually been, investing for about 4 years now. One of the biggest things that really got me into investing is really my parents, man. Growing up, my dad, he's always been investing. He actually been investing into pit bulls for the longest. A lot of people know pit bulls as like, short, stocky with the big head and muscle.
Yeah.
They known as exotic bullies. But my dad, man, starting with Brownstone Kennels, man, and the Dub Crew, man, he probably had one of the biggest kennels, nationwide. And, he put a lot of time and effort in what he was doing. So I really looked up to him and the things that he was doing and how he was able to not only invest but impact the people around him. Being a wife with my mom, she doing the same thing as my dad, and being a husband like my dad, they able to, still give their time, to their family. My mom, the wife of my dad, obviously, she handling her business. She's a psychologist. She's a real estate agent now. So really just looking at my parents as role models and watching them, as they go through their journey. So, for me with investing, man, I seen this opportunity for freedom. It's freedom. You don't really have to worry about or rely on anybody else working a 9 to 5. You're your own boss. You building residual income. You building sustainable income. That's gonna really help you, really throughout your entire life.
Oh yeah, that's a fact, man. And it sounds like your parents do have an extensive background.
For sure, bro.
Definitely. So would you say that they taught you about investing, and kind of like, I'll say they had it around the home a lot, or was it more so you just seen them doing it and decided that's what you wanted to do?
So like I said, man, I seen them doing it, in different avenues. When people think about investment, they think about strictly financial departments, right? Or stocks, index funds, cryptocurrency, things like that. But really, my parents, they was doing it in multiple ways, right? They was able to diversify their assets in multiple ways. So really, man, just watching them, that's what encouraged me. But as far as, what really made me want to start investing, and what, really gave me that push is really me. I just think, I'm saying, I'm 17, 18 years old. I want to do research. So I started doing extensive research on, different things that's really popping right now. And during the time, a lot of people's looking into stocks, right? So Netflix stocks, Amazon stocks, Google stocks, these things that I was looking at, I was like, okay, cool. Let me start putting my money into this, man. When Cash App came out, they was actually offering, the opportunity for people to start putting their money into different stocks through that platform. So I started doing that. I ended up getting the cryptocurrency, as y'all know, NFTs, the metaverse, different things like that, and that's really been like a game changer for me. That's what really made me start, what they made investments LLC. As y'all know, we are developing educational platform to help people with these areas and avenues of investing, with Airbnbs, crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse. So, just wanted to just impact people, and give back to the community, talking about financial literacy, because at some point people need to really be educated on what's important and not what the government wants us to know.
Exactly, and they don't teach none of that in school at all. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy thing.
Facts.
And the fact that you went and did all your own research is really amazing, because a lot of people, they just sit at home and feel like, oh, I don't know it, so I can't do it.
Facts.
But you actually giving people the opportunity to learn. Mm-hmm. So just talking about investments, and you say stocks, so is Cash App the first platform that you use to invest in stocks?
I mean, that's one of the platforms, but I use other platforms as well.
Well, as far as first.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's one of the first ones.
Okay. So, what would you say are your top investments right now?
Well, in stocks?
Or in general?
Oh, in general, shoot. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's multiple. But shoot, I'll probably have to say cryptocurrency right now, man.
Crypto.
Yeah, so I got Ethereum. Ethereum is going stupid. I actually own 6 Ethereum. Y'all go do y'all research. Ethereum right now is worth like 3.2, so it's 3,000, 200 each coin. So do the numbers, 3,200 times 6, I ain't gonna speak on that. And then, I got Bitcoin, I got Solana, Cardano, and ApeCoin. Y'all tap in with the ApeCoin that just came out 3 weeks ago. No cap, this true story. My boy Trey know this for a fact. Came out on day one, it was worth $1. I put 1,000 in. In 2 days, it hit $14, so I made $14K in 2 days. That's just facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I was able to do based upon my research and based upon what I was able to learn, because it's something I love to do.
Facts, man. And that's crazy, because that's the power of crypto, and that's what people don't see or don't understand.
Facts.
So getting into crypto, what would you say is the best way to get started?
Man, really just going to What They Made Investments Instagram right now, man, and y'all go click my link in my link tree. I actually have crypto courses, right? So it's called What The Crypto Workshops. Y'all go take a workshop with me, man. And for those people who really want to know what is crypto, it's a decentralized, form of money, and it's a digital asset that you can invest in. You can start off by downloading apps like Coinbase, Crypto.com, Voyager, right? And from there, you can create you a wallet. If you don't know how to create a wallet, tap in What They Made Investments, and we can show you how to do everything that you need to do in order to get started as a crypto investor.
Okay, man, that's what's up, man. So y'all heard it first from the man. Definitely make sure y'all tap in with What They Made Investments, because they're gonna get you right. So getting into, I would say, the Airbnb side, because you mentioned that earlier. Mm-hmm. So can you tell us how you got started in Airbnb?
Listen, man, y'all want to learn how I really got started in Airbnbs? It's from football games. So I used to literally think about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to all these football games, right? We playing different schools. We playing schools in Texas, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia. We traveling, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. We going to these games, but where all these families staying? So it's funny, a lot of people think that hotels are probably one of the main streams of income when it comes to any vacational rental websites out there, but there are so many platforms, right? And now I ended up doing my research about 3 years ago, and I was looking, and I found Vrbo, Airbnb, things like that, and now I see an opportunity for me to actually receive passive income again. So what I'm doing, based upon what I already said, I'm building multiple streams of income. So once I started doing my research, I looked into, affordable apartments in my city in H-Town, and I was able to find different locations. Once I got tapped in with these locations, boom, it been up from there, bro. I found my first one, cool. I was paying $14.50 a month. So I was like, okay, how much money do I need to make in order to make that positive? And what I mean by positive, to make profits after I pay my overhead. So I started doing my research with that, charging a certain amount. I wanted to get booked anywhere from 20 to 30 days. And then now, you feel me, in the past 7 months, a nigga copped another 2 Airbnbs. Now, I'm getting booked dang near all throughout the month. So, that's just passive income, man. And Airbnbs is another way that people can really, really set themselves up and become free. If y'all don't know what to do, you can also go to Wealthy Made Investments website and check us out. We actually offer opportunity for people to be a part of our Airbnb workshops to learn how to invest your money. We also not only do that, but we manage our platforms. We locate the platforms for y'all so y'all can actually find an apartment, get the equipment and all the furniture that y'all need. We also clean it for y'all, so y'all tap in with us.
Man, so you got a lot to offer. Man, businessman.
Businessman, day one.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So would you say that you're or would you say it's easy to decipher assets versus liabilities since you are a businessman and you have multiple investments?
Yeah, man, for sure. It's crazy. So a lot of my liabilities, I turn them into assets. I got rid of my liabilities, so it's easy. For me, it's really about, your mindset. I'm really big on being wealthy. The word wealthy made in itself, you gotta have that wealthy made mindset. So when it comes to any liability, you gotta think of it like this. Okay, what I do I really wanna look flashy in front of people? Or do I wanna make that flashy thing that people see into a money trend, right? Mm-hmm. So from there, it's really just about understanding and knowing what it is that you want out of life. Because if you only want to look flashy, you can continue to build more liabilities than assets, right? Which is going to allow you to be in debt long term instead of trying to make your liabilities assets so you can start growing your net worth. You know what I'm saying? So you want to grow your net worth, but you can't do that if you know how to turn your liabilities to assets.
And speaking of that, can you give us an example for some of the people that might not know anything about the difference between assets and liabilities? Can you give them an example on how they can actually make that transformation?
For sure, man. So like anybody out there, if y'all got y'all a car, right, it don't have to be a top-notch luxury car. It can be a 2015 Ford Fusion, right? So if you anywhere from the age 17 to 25, cool. So we still in the beginning phase of trying to start our life. So if you think you just want to go buy a car and you want to look cool and you look flashy, think about this. Are you working a 9 to 5, paying your car note and your insurance and paying your utilities and have no money left over? If that's the case, now that's a liability, because now you're spending all your money for the liability of a car and you're not reaping any benefit. So that's the definition of a liability, right? You buying something that's having you at a default instead of having you in a positive and earning you passive income. So when you talk about an asset, right, how can you transform that car that you have into an asset? Turo. You got you a car. Put your car on Turo. Now you can make money from your car. If you got multiple cars, this works better because now you're putting the car on Turo. Instead of your car just sitting in the parking lot, you can be charging anywhere from $75 to $110 per day. And now you're getting booked just 10 days. You do the numbers. That's $750 that you just made. Gas is crazy right now, as y'all know. So you making $750 without even having to drive the car, right? And now you earning money instead of having to spend. That $750 you made in 10 days, think about it. That can cover your insurance and your car note that you're paying monthly.
Definitely, man. So big shout out to you, man, for giving us this free game.
For sure, man.
Like I said, a lot of people, I hear people say that they want to tap into Airbnb or Turo, but they don't know where to start, or they just scared to start.
Facts.
So, what would you say is the most rewarding part about your business?
Freedom, man. But the most rewarding part, with what they made investments, is just really being able to, have the opportunity and to be in a position to teach people, about financial literacy and teach people about different ways to start investing into assets, man. As I mentioned earlier, going to Dowling, growing up in the hood, I didn't really have no role model like that, you know what I'm saying? My dad, he was a role model to me. Family members, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't really on assets. They really wasn't on investing. So, you know, as a 22-year-old black male in H-Town, the oldest out of four, again, you know, it feels great because I'm networking with all type of people. I'm in rooms with different millionaires, billionaires, right? And now my business is lucrative, right? Because now I am the asset to many facets of areas of work. So people can come to me for multiple things instead of one. So, you know, I am really proudful of that, you know, really just putting in the time and effort for what it is that I had to build. And, you know, one thing that I really like take to heart is, you know, everything that I teach, I do it myself. So, you know, it's always important. Y'all be careful out there, man. There's a lot of people selling these courses and things like that, but they not really tapping into nothing. So, you know, with Wealthy Made Investments, we got ebooks coming out, we got books coming out, we got courses already available. So y'all tap in with Wealthy Made Investments, man, and you know, y'all can get all the information that y'all need.
Oh yeah, man, and it's actually good that you said that you actually doing what you teach, because a lot of people they need to stay up to date with what's going on.
Facts.
And they need to actually believe that this is possible, that it works.
Facts.
Alright. So one question I would have for you is, if you meet your 18-year-old self and can only say 3 words, what would it be?
Continue, stay consistent, and have faith.
For sure,
No
man.
cap.
For sure, man. So, can you tell us one thing that you wish you known before you began your career?
One thing that I wish I knew is how many people gonna say no. How many people gonna deny you? I'm gonna keep it a band with you. It's crazy, you know, the past year in itself, as I start to scale and grow my business, a lot of people think that it's funny, you know, that at the time 21-year-old, you know, he's trying to start his own business. He thinking that it's gonna be the biggest platform in the world. A lot of people don't even really understand, you know, the things that I'm actually getting into. So like NFTs, a non-fungible token. With the metaverse, people think that this virtual reality is not really something that's going to take place for long-term gain. Well, you incorrect, you know. So the fact that I'm offering the opportunity for people to create NFTs, my business offer opportunity for people to actually, you know, create their own properties within the metaverse. You know, it's funny that so many people deny you, but you got to keep on pushing. So, you know, if I told myself back then that a lot of people was gonna say no, you know, I know me back then, I would have still kept pushing, because I like people who doubt me. That give me, you light the fire in my soul. Yeah. So like, man, honestly, bro, you know, just that's pretty much it, man. Just telling myself, you know, hey, people gonna say no. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't allow nobody to discourage you or put you down. For those who out there, man, y'all don't let nobody discourage y'all. Y'all keep pushing. And shoot, keep fighting for what y'all believe in.
Big facts, man. And see, so you brought up the NFTs and the metaverse, and they will get all of that information once they actually tap into the course. But while they're listening to this interview, can you tell the supporters how they can actually get started with NFTs and how they can make money with NFTs and the metaverse?
For sure, man. So really, y'all can go to Wealthy Made and tap in with us like directly. Y'all can go to wealthymadeinvestments.com, and what y'all can do is actually be a part of our Discord. Within our Discord, we will show people how to create NFTs. We will also have the opportunity for you to create your own NFTs so that you can actually have an avatar in the metaverse directly. We can show you how you can be a part of the metaverse, the Decentraland, Sandbox, these different areas that's gonna really help you expand your knowledge right within this virtual reality space. So first thing I'll probably encourage y'all to do is go download OpenSea. Once you download OpenSea, now you have the opportunity to either purchase or mint any NFT that you would like. And with the metaverse, and go create you a Decentraland website. You can go create you a profile with the Decentraland. This will give you access to create your own avatar, and now you are within the Decentraland space.
Okay, man. So that's a more free game right there for y'all,
definitely, man.
For sure. So with your business, Wealthy Made, can you tell us how important it is to have all your ducks in a row, all of your legal documents, and just getting started with your business?
Man, y'all heard of MySpace? Nah. The people now probably don't even know what that is, but it's Facebook now. So a lot of people don't even understand the amount of information that Facebook was able to take from MySpace because of some legal documentation that they did not have. But we talking about my platform, What Made Investments. So everything that we offer, we want to make sure everything is copyrighted, right? Because number one, when you perform in the business, you cannot conduct a business without a LLC or a DBA. So the reason we want to make sure we have an LLC or DBA in hand is because now that we're receiving profits, right, the IRS, they can really tap into y'all bank accounts and garnish y'all pay by putting y'all information through y'all personal accounts for business purposes, right? So we want to always make sure that we, take care of ourselves by having an LLC and DBA. And the reason we have the trademarks and the copyright is because you don't want nobody to steal your name. You don't want nobody to steal any idea that you may have because of what they made investments. If somebody was to trademark the name today, right, what they can do, they can now sue me for all the money that I've made through my business. So you want to make sure you get the trademarks, you want to copyright everything, and then also you want to make sure you have different disclosures and disclaimers throughout your programs or any business that you have, because if you don't get anybody to sign a disclaimer or disclosure, what can happen is they can take one of your courses or be a part of any platform that you offer, and then they can take all that information because it was a course offered by you, implement it in their own way. So y'all make sure y'all get all your legal documentations and make sure you get your EIN number with your banks and use your EIN number. Stop using your social security number with your personal, because all you doing is get more inquiries, right, on your credit accounts, your credit score. And I mean, hey, the EIN is the way you build your business credit compared to your personal credit, so that you can be able to get approved and apply for more assets.
Facts. So that business funding, that's what's gonna get you started right there, man. So where do you see yourself and your business in the next year moving forward?
Oh, going crazy. We're gonna be the biggest educational platform in the world. No cap.
Oh yeah.
So something, me and my boy Trey, you know what I'm saying, he got a non-profit by the name, shout out to him, Built to Win Foundation. We actually gonna be tapping in with different high schools, bro, different organizations, high schools, colleges, all over the city, all over the state of Texas. So with what they made investments in itself, we want to be able to expand within Fort Bend ISD, HISD, Alvin ISD, Humble ISD, and different colleges throughout the world, so that we can be able to institute all of our programs and educational platforms that we offer to all students globally, right? And through this, we will literally be the main go-to of every facet of asset investing, because now not only that we'll be able to teach the information in these schools, but now the world in itself will know what we're offering. They'll know the importance of financial literacy. As of 2 weeks ago, Florida instituted a financial literacy mandatory program, a mandatory class for all high school students. So what they made investments going to do the same thing for Texas and the same thing for different states. So that's what we look forward to doing. And also, man, we look forward to getting our own building, establishing our headquarters, and being able to expand and partner with different organizations who see our business, as a beneficiary for their business. So we most definitely excited about the year. We about to go to New York next week, man. So things are up. I'm excited. So yeah, man, just trying to grow every single day.
Alright, man. It's a lot to look forward to, especially with Wealthy Made Investments.
Facts.
And speaking of Wealthy Made, because you mentioned the Instagram, but aside from the Instagram, if someone's wanting to contact you maybe for personal mentorship or just to, have a chat with you, what would you say is the best way to contact you directly?
So one-on-one, man, y'all can actually follow me at I am Richard Carroll. Carroll with Carroll, so letter I am RICHARD CARROLL. Y'all tap in with me directly if y'all need anything that y'all want to be answered in regard to investing, any one-on-one mentorship about how you can start a business, how to become an entrepreneur, what are some steps that I took in order to, take that leap of faith to leave the 9-to-5 job to really start scaling my business.
So just speaking about moving forward exactly, what's next for you, or what can we be expecting, moving forward in the future? Because you did mention how you have New York coming up and you have financial literacy classes coming up. So what can we be expecting?
Be on the lookout, man. Actually, in May, I'm going to be having a launch of Wealthy Made Investments, LLC. The corporation will be starting. So in May, we're going to be having a Wealthy Made event that's going to be mind-blowing. I'm not even going to give y'all all the things that we're going to have available. I can give y'all a little sneak peek, but we're going to be introducing our platform, obviously, of the educational platform. We will have our clothing line and everything dropped with Wealthy Made. So y'all stay tuned, man, and y'all make sure y'all support and show love to us. Like I said, man, we all in this together. We want to make sure y'all win, so y'all make sure that we win. And man, other than that, just tapping in with everybody. We want to connect, we want to network. So if y'all feel like I can benefit from our platform, y'all tap in with us. We always willing to help out with y'all businesses as well. So shoot, man, a lot coming. It's
a lot of networking, and a lot of business, and a lot of money coming up, man.
Facts.
Definitely, man. So we definitely appreciate you for coming out and giving us your time. We're gonna definitely tap back in with another interview.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay tuned.